Hello, hello. Just started my next round around. It's going to be slow going for me. I did have to take my brace off because moving around too much trying to do this almost rubbed a blister on my hand. So couldn't leave the brace on. But we're going to see what we can do today. Hopefully I can at least get to this next color change. So that I can refresh everyone's memory on the color change. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Just working this next round around on this hexagon cardigan. Still dealing with the puppy that won't let me move around too much. There we go. Now I'm a little further into the camera zone there. I'm just doing double crochets in the granny stitch around the hexagon. I think after this row, this is row number 4. I will have one more row to go and then I'll do a color change. And I wanted to be on here for anyone else who was working along with the crochet along. If they needed any assistance. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in. Watching some of these usernames. I like watching the usernames. Some of them are pretty funny. Some of you guys are pretty creative. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Just a little crochet along. I started about 2 weeks ago. This is week 3. Yes, it is a little slow going. I have flared up my carpal tunnel, but I'm chugging along, and hopefully everyone following along is doing just as well. When I get this 5th row done, I might decide to do a couple more rows before I do this next color change. I'm not sure yet. Welcome in, everyone. There we go. Hopefully everyone is doing okay. Hey, Sherry. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Had to take my brace off because I couldn't crochet with it on. I tried to, and it started cutting in my hand here, and then over here it's got it all irritated. So I had to take it off. I'll put it back on when we get done. But yeah, I'm trying to get at least this row and another row done and get the color change done in case anyone needed a refresher on when and where to do the color change. Or not necessarily when and where, but how to, so that they could decide when and where they wanted to do their own color changes. Most of the hexagon cardigans are done every 2 rows they change colors. Wanted to remind you all again too how to fold it up and check to see if the arm is the size you want it to be for the sleeve. How to check for that. And if anybody does get to that point that their sleeve is the size they want it because they don't want that big baggy belled sleeve, just let me know if you're to that point and I can tell you what steps you need to do next. Thank you for the follow, Karen. There we go. I like that song. Almost back around to the beginning here. And if anyone is here following along with me today and was able to make it, when you come back here and attach your row to join them together, when you put your crochet hook through the stitch height count there, or if you want to use the first double crochet, that's where you'll pull your color change through. You'll drop your old yarn, make a loop with your new yarn, and do your color change there. That way, as you can see here, when I pull this loop through, this color doesn't go up into your next row. But I still have another row to go around. I don't know why I jumped over. I'll just do it right there like I've been doing it. Jaden likes food. I like food too, Jaden. All kinds of food. Thank you, Lily, for the follow. Welcome in, everyone. Just working week 3 of a crochet along. I know I'm not very far along. I have a lot of beginner crocheters that are joining in on this, and I'm trying to stay on the slower side, plus the carpal tunnel. So as soon as it starts kicking off, I'll probably stop. I wanted to come on today just to make sure that, if anyone needed help, I didn't want them to have to wait another full week before we meet again. I'll lay this out and take a look at it after I get this row done and see if I want to do another row. Renee, I am working on a hexagon cardigan with the granny stitch. We started this about 3 weeks ago. I don't have that much of it done. I have been dealing with carpal tunnel and life. But this is what I have so far. If you're interested in joining, even if you don't know how to crochet, if I could teach you the double crochet, it would be very easy for you to practice and catch up if you wanted to. And that wasn't the right stitch. I also teach the basic stitches here on Mondays, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm here every Monday. Thank you for the like, Josephine. And anyone who is interested in following along, I do upload these to my YT account, and all of those links are back in my bio, right above my videos on my profile page here. Oh, did I miss a comment, Sherry? Thank you. Yes, I do post on my YT account the knit along and the crochet along that we're currently doing, and we are on week 3 of both. Neither I have gotten very far on. I've been hindered by carpal tunnel, and I haven't been able to work on a whole lot of anything outside of what I'm doing here with the knit and crochet along and my Mondays basic stitches. Trying not to do anything outside of those times that I have scheduled, because I know everybody following along, they want to progress along, and I don't want to hold anybody up. And I'm just the type of person that if I say, okay, I'm going to do this, then that's what I'm doing. But there's so many other things that I want to start knitting. So many things. Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. I do appreciate it very much. Thank you, Tiff Nicole, for the follow. This is something that I'd like to keep doing. Maybe not so much the crochet alongs, because the crochet really wreaks havoc on my carpal tunnel, but I'll have to see if I want to continue with that. But definitely the knit alongs and any other little activities. I really want to get started up after I get out from underneath of the things that I'm working on now. Some like holiday crochet and knit alongs for little small decorative items if anyone is interested. I might do a poll and see, or do a video and you know, rate it through the comments what people would like to do, or if they would be interested in something like that. I know, Becky. I see all kinds of things every day, patterns, and now that I really can't do a whole lot of this because I've restricted myself back, because the pain now travels up my arm. It's up into my shoulder. So I know I've really messed with my hand really good. And I'm still pushing and messing with it some more. But like I said, you know, I like to honor my commitments to the best of my ability. Sometimes health takes over and you just can't. And, you know, in instances like that, I've done a video prior to and posted so that everyone knew that, you know, why I wasn't there. You're interested in holiday themed stuff, okay. Yeah, I know, but you know, as a crafter, you work with your hands. You know that you take your breaks and all of that. And I'm going to be trying some reflexology. I found a lady on here that is going to do some tutorials on how you can, as a crafter, you know, stretch your hands, or you know, to kind of alleviate some of these issues. So I'm going to look into that because I really need something. The last time this happened, I was awakened in the middle of the night with a most painful, sharp stabbing pain in the side of my head, and it was radiating up my arm. And I know it was from the carpal tunnel, and it took me about 3 weeks to get over that. And I mean, I'm talking the pain hung in there the whole time. So, yeah, I couldn't even do this. I couldn't stand up straight. It was terrible. It was terrible. So I'm trying to find ways to help reduce those issues. And when I find them, I definitely will share them along with you guys. Oops. Well, look, that one there only had 2 double crochets. I need to learn how to count. So, but it'll be okay. We're going to keep going. I'm not pulling all the way back to there. That's almost a whole row because we're getting ready to join right up here now. It'll be just fine. It'll be a mistake I know that's in there. It's like something don't look quite right. This little cluster looks kind of skinny. And it was one short. But as long as we don't short ourselves on the spaces, our cardigan stays in shape. So even if I do look back here, yeah, you can see it if you're looking for it. Right here, this one only has 2 double crochets, but it doesn't stick out that bad. And it's going to be on the armpit anyway, so who's looking in my armpit, right? Alright, I'm going to slip these together really quickly, and I'm going to lay this out and take a look and see if I want to. I might do another 2 rows and just keep increasing the rows of white because I only want a little bit of this striping, but I love these colors together. I don't know what it is about this dark brown and the white, but it really makes this green almost look like jewelish or metallic, but it's not. It's not. This is it right here. It's that reef, red heart reef. But the combination just really, this really pops. I would like to find just this color. Maybe I'll talk to some of my dyeing friends and see if they can't dye me some yarn just this color. I would absolutely love it. It's almost like aquamarine, but it's really rich. It's not watered down. But yeah, I think, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I already got 5 rows. I did 5 to start. But let me show you real quickly too how to fold these up. If you want to try it on your arm to make sure that the sleeve is going to fit, if you don't want a big belled sleeve, you're going to, let me slide this over here, flatten it out to where you can see one side perfect. Well, it's not going to be perfectly square because it hasn't been blocked yet, but it's flat. You're going to follow along, and I know it's kind of, let me see if I can't bring this up a little bit and you can see the whole square or most of it. You're going to follow this edge along until you come to the other corner right here. That corner you're going to line up with this corner. Then you're going to continue on up to the next corner and match those corners up. You can see all of my color changes here that have to get woven. So this is the wrong side. But you can see that once this is folded up, you have a half a sweater. You've got a sleeve, a front, half a front, and half a back. So these could be made for even the smallest of children just from a hexagon. So, but again, try this on as you're going, or have the person try it on that you're making it for. Put a couple of little pins across here, across the top. Their hand goes right in there. Let them try it on and see if they like the sleeve at the fit, or if you like the sleeve at the fit that it's at. If not, keep going around until you do. Once you have it fitting the way you like, let me know and I will give you the next set of directions as to what to do next. I'm going to see if I can't do... Oh, now I'm starting to get spikes. See if I can't make it through one more row. It's like if I start and keep going and don't stop, it's all right. But as soon as I stop and start back up again, it's like, oh no, no. And as you go, these are not going to lay flat. They're going to ripple up. They're supposed to. If yours doesn't ripple, you might want to check and make sure that you have 6 sides. Because normally if you've got what you think is a hexagon that's not rippling, it's only got 5 sides. I've seen a lot of people get almost all the way through and go to fold it up and can't fold it up to try it on because they don't have 6 sides. They have 5. Which means that when you started here in the middle, you didn't have your 6 clusters in the start. But round and round we go. Raina, yes, this is a hexagon cardigan. We are on week 3 of working on this, and as you can see, I'm not very far. I have issues with carpal tunnel, and I've had to slow down a little bit. So if you're interested in joining, I did upload the first 2 sessions of how to start this out to my YT account, and you can find that link back on my profile page. Right above my videos, there's a little Linktree link. And currently, at least until next week, I'm only going to be knitting and crocheting during Monday's Basic Stitches Day, Thursdays for the knit along, and Fridays for the crochet along. Only while I'm on live. Thank you for the follow, Raina. So Sherry, I probably will do something holiday themed. And it might not all be knit. It definitely won't all be crochet. I might do a little bit of something if it's small. But I'm really thinking about stopping the crocheting altogether, just for Basic Stitches Day, or if anybody needs any help, because it's really torturous on my hands. I can knit forever, but the crochet, oof. And before I give it up, I've got 2 blankets to do. So those will take me a while to get done. Do a little bit here and a little bit there until it's done. Actually 4 blankets. One for my son's girlfriend, 2 for my adopted son, and 1 for my grandson. One needs to be done in June. The other one needs to be done in July. The other 2 for my adoptive son, he said whenever I can get them done. There's no hurry, so... I'm having an issue finding compression gloves that don't cut my circulation off. I got this pair the other day, and when I go out tomorrow, I need to take them with me and take them back. Take them to the UPS store so they can be sent back to Amazon. But I'm looking for something that'll help. And these here have, they're copper, not just copper infused, but there's copper fibers in here that are supposed to be, you know, pain relieving and all of that kind of stuff. But I put them on my hands. My fingertips they change colors. And about 5 minutes of crocheting, my hands are tired. Like, I can't hold anything anymore tired. So I haven't found the right set or the right size. I did order the larger size from these to try them to see. But that's been my issue with the compression gloves. Yeah, I'm going to give it a try. They're supposed to come in today, I think. But yeah, anything would be better than being stuck in these for 24 hours. And the ones that I sleep in at night are even bigger and more confining. These give me a little bit more range of motion with my fingers and stuff, but the other ones, they're like, you're not moving. You're just like that. But yeah, probably from all the years of me abusing my hands, you know, doing this stuff. And I really don't need to crochet as fast as I am, but I like to get stuff done because there's more stuff I want to make. More stuff I want to make. A consistent count, Becky, there is no way to keep a consistent count because I just showed y'all a little while ago, I don't even know how to count to 3. Crafters, any crafter you ask that question to, and they're going to tell you. If you're talking about stitch count, good luck. But if you're talking about row counts and things like that, what I use for my row counts for crochet and knit is one of these little digital row counters. It counts up to, what is that, 5 numbers? Yeah, 5 numbers, 5 spit, so, you know, 99999. So, yeah, I use stitch counters. Or row counters. I got these from Amazon in a bulk package. There was 18 of them in there. And, of course, whenever I have a project, that goes with the project and the hook and the pattern all in a little tote. That or my husband, and if you're talking about crocheting, yeah, because you said chevron, but there is a chevron knit as well. My husband saw a crochet hook that had an S and an R, and it had little digital screens for each one. One was for stitch count, one was for row count. But after every stitch, you had to stop and push the button. Every stitch, you got to stop and push the button. What if you forget to stop and push the button? Yeah. Miss Lady, that's what I do. That way I don't pick up the wrong size crochet hook. Now, mind you, I have a ton of crochet hooks, so I have multiples of the same size. Sometimes each project has its own tape measure and everything else. My mother and I found out that there are tiny little differences in tape measures, especially if you buy them from different manufacturers. She actually found one from China that was way off. Way off. So, you know, the tape measure that I'm currently using stays in there. And like I said, I have several of everything. I was once upon a time getting set up to teach where I could go to my local library or whatever and I would have supplies for everyone. So it makes it easy for me to put this crochet hook with this project and not have to take it for another project. Yeah, all sizes out of China are way off. Yeah, I have gotten they're little square, I call them buckets. I guess you could say they were totes that I got from the Dollar Tree to put my projects in. I'll have to show you guys on a video because I don't want to pick all that stuff up now. But each of my projects that I'm currently working on has its own tote. Patterns in there with it, everything. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen those tiny little ketchup bottles. And I saved those too. It's really handy to throw in your project bag on the go with stitch markers, sewing, yarn needles, stitch markers, or whatever else you may need. All in there, and just drop it right in my bag and go. Plus it sits right out here on the table all the time, so it's handy. As long as the project looks good, keep crocheting. Yeah. It is. And it's a running joke about keeping stitch count. Yarn crafting and any craft where you have to keep a running count of something will teach you very quickly that you don't know how to count. And that's the joke. That's the joke. I joke about it all the time. All the time. I want to get back to the Rory sweater because I really want to get the sleeves done so I can lock that pattern down and get that out to my testers so that way, another project done, another thing checked off the list. I've got project materials sitting here staring at me on my desk that I really want to get started on, but things that have deadlines come first. So I'm getting real antsy. I'm getting that startitis again. I'll have to see how my hand does over the weekend. Yeah, we're going to have to stop here. I'm getting pins and needles up in my bicep now. And not like the kind where your foot goes to sleep, like somebody's actually jabbing me with a pin. So we almost made it an hour today. So when I get back around here, I think I will go ahead and let this one be. And then the next go round of white, I will do 7 rows because this one I did 6 and this one I did 5. And I'll increase by 1 row. And I might decide to increase by more than 1 row as I further go up. But if you are changing colors in an odd amount of changes like I am, you might want to write these down unless you can track these rows by looking at this and doing it on your other one. Thank you, Susan. It's just that the carpal tunnel has got it to where I really shouldn't be doing this right now because it's probably going to really flare up on me this evening. But I will do some things that I know will help and hopefully push that to the side. But I've got all weekend. That's my third one. All weekend to get ready for Monday. So I'll be doing some other things. I've been working with my Paint with Diamonds, which is a lot less irritant on this carpal tunnel. And I can actually do that with my braces on. So, and as soon as I get off of here, I'll be right back into that one for sure. That one got thin. Let me do that again. And I'm coming up here getting ready to join the rows together, and I'm going to do my color change. I'm going to change over from this white to that reef color. One more cluster here. And I'm going to be joining these together with a slip stitch right here in the top of my chain for my stitch height. And instead of pulling the white yarn through, we're going to let that go. We're going to find the end of this, get it pulled out here. Oh goodness, now we're going to go crazy because we've got stuff pulled out from the other end. There we go. And I'm going to do enough stitching to get this done up together. And all I do is take and fold it back over my hand like this. Spread my fingers out a little bit and make sure the tail comes back over to the pinky. This is where I make my loop right onto the crochet hook, and I'm holding both ends of that thread. Will I go live when, Londa? Okay, once I get that pulled through there, I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the white yarn. And I'm going to take the tail, there's the tail from the new yarn, and I'm going to hold them right there, and I'm going to work over top of them to start my weave in. And get everything together here in just a second. I'll hold these here to the back. Let me get this first chain done here, and then I can pull everything tight this way. So that way when I work over top of them, they will be secured. Now mind you, I still come back. I have all those ends from all the other color changes still back there. I can go ahead and snip this one off. And I don't know what I did with my other little pinchy scissors, so we have to use these little fancy ones, and they're sharp. They're sharp. Now, I won't pull this on over here because if so, you'll see it underneath of here. When I paint. Oh, my Paint with Diamonds. It's not really paint. You're doing a the diamond art where you're putting the little faceted plastic jewel shapes onto a canvas, a sticky canvas. That's what I've been doing. I was live this morning with that. So that's probably what I'll do when I go live for the rest of, until I can get back to fully doing this without issues, is I'll be on doing my Paint with Diamonds, and if anybody needs any help or assistance. I helped a friend of mine over in Australia this morning on my live while I was doing my Paint with Diamonds. She had a sock issue. So I'm always here to help. So if you have any questions, knit or crochet, I'm here. I don't know how to do all the techniques, but if someone comes and says, hey, how do you do this? I go look it up. And I come back and I show you, here's those pretty, pretty greens and those jewel tones. They're just so pretty. I don't know if you can see the actual color through the camera, but my goodness. I have another sweater upstairs that I made. It's a long duster sweater from a pattern that I got off the internet. And it's got these colors in it, and it's striped. And I absolutely love it. So I thought, well, why not do a crocheted hexagon cardigan in the same colors? So that's what we're doing. All right, we've got this used up here to where if I do put it away, it's not going to be a tangled up mess. And I am going to go ahead and stop for today. Oh, you saw me doing it this morning. Yeah. Hey, Marnie. Yeah, we're coming along. I just wanted to go ahead and get a couple more rows done and show a color change. Remind everybody how to fold it up so they can check and make sure the sleeves are as bulky as they want them. But yeah, this white and this, I'm not sure if this is a chocolate brown, but it is a darker brown. Cut it out. Stop. Stop. Ay, ay, ay. He barks at the wind. Don't you start. But yeah, I wanted to come back on and make sure nobody needed, well, it was a scheduled crochet along day anyway. But yeah, be here long enough to remind everybody about the color changes. Oh, I haven't been live since this morning. I got off earlier, probably about 9:30, and then I came back on at 11:30, Becky. How are you? Hopefully your day is still going well. Sherry, I am going to try and have an awesome weekend. Thank you, Dee, for sharing. Yeah, when leaves fall, they got to protect us from the leaves and the birds in the yard and all that. Oh, Becky. Hopefully you can get that under control. Yes, Christina, I will be uploading the knit along and the crochet along. As soon as I get off of here, I'll put my computer back on my desk and get that done. I'm going to take a break from the diamond painting a little bit. I will probably be back on tomorrow with the diamond painting when my husband goes to work. So, yeah, probably about 6:30 in the morning if anybody's up that early. Chick-fil-A, yes. I love their little chicken nuggets. They're so good. I don't know if they call them nuggets or tenders or whatever, but yeah, I love them. But yeah, we're getting Korean tonight, so woohoo! I don't have to cook. Anything is a plus when I don't have to cook. So once again, for those of you who are still a little unsure on how to fold these up, if you get yours to the point that you want to try it on and make sure that the sleeves, Becky, it's no problem because you can see this is all I've got done on my hexagon. I'm working slowly, so no worries, no worries. Everybody's going to work at a different pace. Everybody's going to be in a different area. I'll just give the next set of directions on to those who are, ready for that point, and we'll continue on. But from this corner to the other corner, I'm going to connect those two corners together. Then from this corner, you're going to run up to this other corner here and lay it up top. That folds it up to half a sweater. Now, mind you, we are going to have to put some spacing in here because you don't want this. This is your shoulder seam here. If this is sewed all the way shut and the back is sewn all the way shut, you have no neck room. So, you've got time to decide if you just want to do a couple of rows of granny stitch up and down just this one side for the back, or if you want to make some granny squares and space them out to do your back extension so that you've got it to where it's not cutting your neck off and, you've got no neck room. So, thank you for joining me again today. I will get those two uploaded. The previous ones, I did create playlists for those, a KAL and a CAL. I noticed that there are 2 crochet along folders in my YT. I am going to eliminate one of those today so that they're both separated and it's all in there. I'm going to try, Marnie. I'm going to try. Kind of have to. But we'll be back next week, Monday. I'm here every Monday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for basic knit and crochet stitches. Thursdays we have our knit along at the same time, and again on Friday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the crochet along, which we are just finishing up. Now, as I get better and this carpal tunnel issue is under control, our crochet along and knit along times will get longer. I'm just doing what I can since I already started everything up, and I don't want to postpone anymore because we had already postponed the start of both of them to begin with. So we're going to push through. So thank you for joining me today. I will see you back tomorrow. If you have any questions, hit me up with a message. Thank you for the follow, Faye. There are several different ways that you can reach out to me, located in my on my profile page right above my videos. So, may all your stitch counts match, and happy crafting.